right, so we're going to be doing creative application of medium. So in this picture that I showed you guys yesterday, you can see that they've used marker, and they were told to pick up to 3 or 4 colors, but no more. And so this person chose orange and green and yellow. They've got different kinds of markers. They've got some big fat markers. They've got some dyeing markers. They've got real skinny point markers, and they've got a lot of different kinds of things. And they're also not afraid to layer things up. Creative application of medium means that you're going to do something with the marker that you don't typically do. So we're going to start with what everybody does with marker when you're in elementary school, which is just to do a good job of creating marker. So on this space here, I'm just going to sort of fill in some of the empty or negative space in my notes. And this is exactly how one would apply marker if you were doing a neat job of coloring back in elementary school. So you can see that I'm doing nice, straight, even application. Every time the marker overlaps itself, it creates a slightly darker mark, which is interesting because I can decide to go and use that to my advantage. So by going with the tip of the marker in the opposite direction, I can create a very low contrast pattern of orange on top of orange, which is great. So I'm going to use orange, and that's one of my colors. The other colors that are involved on the page, I have a blue, I have a fine tip blue, which are 2 versions of the same color. This is a lighter version of orange, and this brown would be a darker version of orange. And I kind of like this ultra bright version, the highlighter. So I'm going to use all of these today to do my creative application of medium. So our task is to come up with energetic, fun, creative ways to layer these things. So we need to play before you can actually do. So if I decide to start with something light, oh, notice this marker had a bad day. It's all hairy and it's not giving very good application of medium. But that's all right. We're going to go with that. I can decide to take this blue marker that's also had a bad day, and I can create a polka dotted pattern on top of it. Notice that when the light blue and the light orange mix, they create sort of a slightly muddy color. That's because they neutralize each other out. I could decide that I want to emphasize the bright blue, and I could come back and create some sort of pattern that goes around my dots, whether it be loopy like this or snaky. It doesn't really matter. It does engage the viewer and forces you to look at it and create some more interesting application of the medium. Let's look a little